Young people, it's okay to be smart. It's okay to have more information than the next person. What does 2 Timothy 2:15? Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. The second lifestyle is a lifestyle of consistency. You see, to be successful in life, you have to practice success daily. To be excellent in whatever you choose to do or whatever you have determined your divine purpose is on this planet, then you have to practice the process of execution daily. See, once you have access to information, have you ever heard this? The more truth or the more information that you have access to, the greater level of accountability that you have. That's why when you are introduced to the life-changing power, the life-changing word, then you have a responsibility. You now have a greater sense of accountability than the unlearned or the ignorant. There's a price that comes with being intellectual. There's a price that comes with being awakened, per se, or being enlightened, or having a little bit more information. Think about it. There's some stuff you really wish you had never heard. There's some stuff you wish right before your girlfriend, who you think is your girlfriend, you know, the one that you're standing here smiling, and while you're smiling, what are they doing? Stabbing you? Okay, you know what I'm talking about. You see, you should have hung up the phone before you got some information that they intended to hurt you, but disguised it as if they was giving you information. Some information is not good information to have, but now that you have it, guess what? You're now accountable for it. Lifestyle of consistency. Notice I didn't say the law of consistency. I didn't say the principle of consistency. I said a lifestyle of consistency. I give you another example. Married couples having the lifestyle of commitment, the lifestyle of honesty. Because your honesty or your commitment is not tested when everything is going all right. The relationship, the integrity is tested when she slipped you that number. She sits on that row, you sit on that row, and she slips you that number. Y'all looking at me like y'all don't. You see? Y'all understand what I'm talking about? So when I say a lifestyle, that means I know there's going to be issues. I know there's going to be challenges. I know there's going to be rough periods in my life. So what do? I practice overcoming those rough periods on a consistent daily basis. So when I am encountered with the enemy, when I am encountered with an abstruse situation, I already know how to handle it because I have been practicing it daily. Lifestyle of consistency. This is a season to adopt a lifestyle of conservatism. What do you mean a lifestyle of conservatism? That means I will buy a house, perhaps, that I can pay off in 10 years, rather than a house that is going to take me 30 years. I will buy a used, quality, paid-for car, or a car that I can pay off in 1 or 2 years, rather 5, 6, or 7 years. Because all of that additional interest, I end up paying for the same thing, a depreciating asset, 2, 3, 4 times over. And you're asking yourself, you're saying, why isn't God blessing me? He's already blessed you with the resources, but because you are not understanding, getting information, putting the information into practice on a consistent basis, you don't even understand the resources that you have. Conservatism. In this season, that means if you're going to buy the brand names, you're not going to go to the mall, you're going to go to the wholesale mall. That's the difference between Macy's and TG Maxx. You understand what I'm saying? Same polo shirt. I usually don't mention brand names, but I'm prophesying that they're going to be a partner and a sponsor in the future anyway, so I'm going to say it. That's my point. Conservatism. Think about it. If you never bought a new pair of shoes, ladies, you got 25 pair, 35 pair. Brothers, if you never had another pair of Stacey Adams. Oh, I'm talking to the old school folk. I'm sorry. If you never had another pair of Crocs. Gucci's, Bally's. See, we've been conditioned to respond to consumer brands. Consumer brands. This season is the season of conservatism, which moves into the next season, which is the lifestyle of saving. If you're going to have a hedge or recession-proof or debt-proof lifestyle, then you've got to save some money. This is the season to lay low. This is not the season for bling bling. Bling bling, blang blang, apple bottom jeans, boots, you know, Low, 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 low. Oh, y'all know that song, huh? Oh, they play that on the Christian radio up here. A lifestyle of saving. Lay low, save your money. You should know more institutionalized investment brands more than the consumer brands. Well, how do I find out? Easily. How many people have access to the internet? I'm going to give you a website to go to, ft.com. ft.com. financialtimes.com. It gives global information about what's going on with the world's largest companies, mergers. Sometimes your company, the company you work for has been acquired, you don't even know it. You think you're working for an American company and you're working for a company that's owned by Abu Dhabi. Oh, I'm serious, because Abu Dhabi just bought MetLife building in New York. You see what I'm saying? Countries that don't even believe what we believe or what we say we believe are purchasing this country right from under us. See, the word on the street, when you travel internationally, you know what they're saying about America? They're saying America is for sale. America is for sale, and you fighting with some sister over some no-good joker. You dropped off the deacon board because you couldn't have the girl she already married anyway. Man, leave her alone and serve God. I don't know where that's coming from. The next one is to be vigilant. Be vigilant. This is the season not to give up. This is not the first time that you have not been able to pay your mortgage or pay your rent. This is not the first time that you've been stranded on the side of the road. What makes it different now? Just because the media says it's the worst time? No. This is the season for you to be persevering. This is the season for you not to give up. This is for the season for you not to give up on your giving. This is the season for you to be consistent in your tithing. You're consistent in your offerings. Your consistency in sowing into the man and woman of God. You don't cut that off now. You increase it now. And you say, well, how do I do that? I already told you. Get out of that 30-year mortgage and get in a 10-year deal. We're talking about legacy. Legacy realized. What do you mean a living legacy? Some of us, our egos are so big. Let me tell you how our egos were big. We have a paid-for house that grandma and grandpa fought to have. Paid for. We don't want to fix that up because we're pursuing some concept of American dream. A false concept of American dream. The American dream is not based upon consumerism. This country was founded either legitimately or illegitimately, depending on who you talk to, by a concept called manifest destiny. We talk about it in the book. So if you just graduate from high school, you'll understand what, or if you go back to high school, however you finish it, you'll understand that you were taught the concept of manifest destiny, westward expansion. How did the lowest of the lowest classes of Europe, they let the prisons open in Europe. They came to America. It wasn't the blue bloods who came over here. And they got a concept in their consciousness that said, first of all, they say they discovered the place, and it already had inhabitants for thousands of years. That's the first thing they convinced themselves of. The second thing is they were convinced that the land was theirs, even though it was owned by somebody else. But the bottom line is they had this concept in their consciousness that something was theirs. It was a concept of ownership, not consumerism. So the original American dream was based upon ownership of land, development of land, not how much jewelry you have on your back.